Good morning. Coming to you guys today from the METSTRADE show in Amsterdam. We are with AERÉ Inflatables, and I'm sitting next to my friend Mike Yorston, who we go back a lot of years, and right next to me, Tyson Lamond. And we're going to talk about a really cool synergetic relationship that's going on between a couple organizations that y'all want to know about, I think. Mike, why don't you fill us in what's been going on the last year? You guys have been busy.
Oh yeah, so we're busy. So a little bit about the history of AERÉ. We're in our 27th year, founded in 1998, and our signature products are the inflatable fenders, fender covers, which are fender shocks, and we also do we specialize in a lot of custom products, also inflatable platforms and many other docking solutions. As of 2024, January 1st, we were acquired by a group called Performance Inflatables, which has really given us, the opportunity to do many more custom products, but really, expand into the depth of, we do some underwater flotation, lift bags. We also have the ability to make flexible liquid containment bags up to 1 million liters, which is 250,000 gallons.
It's a lot.
We focus in all three companies. We focus on recreational, commercial, and military projects. And what we're proud to be able to do also is work with the American Magic team as far as building some of their custom projects for their program, and not only just typical fenders, but a lot of specialty safety items that they've requested, and we built to their designs. So
this is where Tyson comes into the conversation, right?
Yes, I'd like to introduce you to Tyson.
Yeah, so my name is Tyson Lamond, the CEO of American Magic. We're really fortunate that we have many amazing partners around the world, and when we're looking for a partner, we're looking for organizations with similar values to us. And a big part of that is, okay, are these companies pushing innovation? Have they got long-term visions of what the sport of sailing is and the marine industry? And are they American organizations? We were so fortunate to meet Mike, actually at Miami Boat Show, to be fair, which was an amazing introduction. And I guess from our point of view, what do we love about the relationship with AERÉ is they're so open-minded. Every single day when we wake up in the America's Cup, we're looking at innovation and how do we get better? Not only on that day, but in 6 months' time, where are we as a sailing team? When we sat down with Mike and we talked about how we could have a collaboration between the two organizations, it was not about sitting down and thinking, okay, what is our first 6 fenders looking like? It's like, okay, where do we want to get to? We created some amazing fenders. I'm sure some of the phone calls, Mike was sitting there scratching his head thinking, okay, where are these guys going with it? But ultimately, we created a custom fender with Mike that worked in our application. And I think if I was to talk, on behalf of AERÉ, I think that's probably the biggest skill set in the industry is it doesn't matter if you have an America's Cup boat, if you have a 15-foot trailer sailor, or if you have a super yacht. Ultimately, you work side by side with the AERÉ departments and create whatever you need. And really, we're proud of the fender that we created in the America's Cup, which we call the Sea Fender, which was developed by our boat captain, Sean Mason. And ultimately, it protected our boats every day, and that's what we're looking for in a fender.
I was going to ask you the application.
The Mason fender, I like that. I like that.
So, Michael, what's the application for these fenders? I mean, we see fenders that are thrown over the sides of a yacht, or on a small boat and just coming to the dock, two boats coming together. But this is America's Magic, American racing. A lot of moving parts going on here, I'm sure. What is the role of what makes the fender what is special for them?
Well, what I realized, first of all, is the way they have to transport the boat back and forth to the course. So they're towing the boat on the hip off of the ribbed inflatable. Yeah. Right. Of course, they've got the foils on it, and there's a lot of action going on. So because there was so much rocking, just being on the tubes was not enough. So we made a custom design fender that wraps around the tube. It's got flat sides on it, and it really works great for the boat to come right up alongside of, So, with Gary Abernathy, who's the founder of the company, who's really helps me design a lot of this stuff. We put our heads together. I'm a shipwright carpenter, so how we're always trying to build a better wheelbarrow. And so we were able to put our heads together and figure out a way to make these unique products that is not that simple to make out of an inflatable. So I could make it out of wood, it would have been done. Like, no problem. But to make it out of inflatable, it's a whole different
You're controlling
process.
the shape of air.
Right?
Yeah.
Is that
Wow.
the way it's gonna work?
Yeah, and let's be honest, what we do is very unique. But also, all of these boats that we look at around the world are unique in their own right. And so ultimately, the strength for American Magic working with a company like AERÉ is, if you're buying your 40-foot day boat and you can get a fender off the shelf, well, that's great. But if not, you can develop the right fender for your application. And that is so big for American Magic.
That's brilliant. So you would go out on a limb and say that anybody that's in the market for a unique fender solution, you found the right location, found the right group of people here with AERÉ.
Correct.
And then looking forward to, we're really excited, with the program of the site that's being developed for the team in Pensacola. So we're looking to really support the growth of that program also. Station.
Is that a training program that you're doing up there?
So ultimately, we're very lucky. We've had a lot of support from the state of Florida, and also, locally from the city of Pensacola. And right now we're building a 70,000 square foot, what we call the American Magic High Performance Facility in Pensacola, Florida. Wow. When everybody looks at us, they just think of the America's Cup team and the sailing, because that's what you see on the TV. You see 8 guys racing around in the America's Cup. But that's not all we are. We're a team of 160 people. And inside of that, we have the engineering, we have the simulation, we have the manufacturing. And these are all big departments of our team. But for us to be successful long term, which, we're really lucky, our founders, Hap Falth and Doug DeVos, that is their vision. We also need to harness the next generation of American sailors. And so a big thing about what we're doing in Pensacola is the development side of a team. So whether you're a young kid that, wants to be a shipwright, or a young kid that wants to be a mechanical engineer, we're putting together a program so that you can, come out of college, come work for American Magic on an internship and see if that's what suits you. And then you can have a career in the marine industry, but learning from the best in your field. We sitting here today know that our facility is going to be done in 6 months. We're going to start back in Pensacola in January in manufacturing. And we just feel so fortunate to be setting ourselves up in an area like Pensacola that has so much support and history around the maritime industry.
It does.
And knowing that once we get there and we create an ecosystem around our team and exactly what we're doing, we believe that we can turn it into the hub of manufacturing in the marine industry in America.
Listen, this is what my program is all about, talking about bringing manufacturing back to the United States. And this is magical music to my ears. Yeah. And I really, really love what you're doing here, Tyson. Mike, I think you're onto something really big here. And I wish you guys nothing but the most amazing success. And perhaps one day I'll be fortunate enough to come to that facility and see what you're doing, and really get a good upfront experience of what this is going to be.
We would love that.
Yeah, I would too. I think we could segue off of this into a really interesting conversation in the future.
Yeah, for sure.
Fantastic.
I would say the future to our success, as our experiences, being able to pass that on to the next generation. So,
that's what we're here for, right, Mike? Love it. Listen, I hope you guys have a fantastic Mets.
Same good.
What a pleasure to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you.
And until the next time, I'm out of here.